Shinedown, one of the remaining shows at the Red River Valley Fair this Friday. Y94 presents Shinedown. Opportunity to win tickets at y94.com, but then also with that ticket machine, you hear that go off, could very well be your ticket into Shinedown as well. So there's certain things you really only see people wear, especially in this region, certain times a year, and flip-flops tends to be one of those. This is the season of flip-flops. New trend out there, though, that men aren't supposed to be wearing that. Now, full-on sandals, okay, but as far as flip-flops go, the trend is that those are now exclusively, in people's mind, reserved for women. How do you feel about a man wearing flip-flops? That is a quick Playhouse poll. Is a flip-flop unmanly, Amy Kay?
I mean, I get wanting to free your feet in the summer, but I like sandals better than flip-flops on guys.
Mm-hmm. And just so we're clear, flip-flops, the slappy on the ground, and the only thing connecting it to your foot is the weird little thong between your toe and your foot. Toes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What are we exactly? Because I have a pair because some you can get like the cheap plastic ones that are like, you know what I mean? Those, and they're like, blah, blah, they're just noisy. Because I have a pair of like brown, they're flip-flops basically, but they're not crazy sounding like normal cheap flip-flops. Does that make sense?
When I think of flip-flops, I think of, you could probably walk into Old Navy right now and see that bin that has every color in the rainbow and then some. And if you go into the closet of most women, they have every color and then some of flip-flops. That's that styrofoamy, nasty flip-flop.
Okay, yeah. So I have like a pair of, I think they're Hurley maybe, but they're brown leather. But they're still there. It only holds my toe, like it's in between my toe, right? My big toe and my index toe. So it's still a flip-flop, but it's not like the colorful thongy one, I guess.
But that's the style. It's a flip-flop.
Yep. So it's still flip-flop. Okay. Yeah. So we can't wear it because.
So you agree? You don't like the flip-flop on men?
I don't know. It's just weird. Something about, because I am literally wearing flip-flops now. I think it's fine on females, but having that piece between their toe bothers me on a guy.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Is it because it's thongy?
Maybe, but I think guys can wear sandals, normal sandals. I was trying to get Steven to get a pair of Birkenstocks the other day. He refused, but different story. Sandals look nice.
I think some of it, too, and why it might be a problem, and I might actually agree with this, is because there's really no reason for a guy not to just invest in a nice pair or two of just, like, decent sandals, like nice-looking sandals that go with most of his outfits, because the reason that women have so many of these flip-flops is because different colors look better with different things you might be wearing. A guy could wear the same brown or black sandals with literally every combination of shorts and shirt he has. Yeah. You don't need 50 of them.
So, like, if you get the Birkenstock or something, invest in a good pair of sandals like that. Or because, also the boat shoes are, like, popular. The Hey Dudes and the Sanooks.
But those are, like, clothes shoes.
Yeah, but some of them you can get kind of, like, a little bit, like, wear them without socks. Like, I think you're generally supposed to wear like even Sanooks and stuff like that without socks. I just feel weird because my feet sweat so much, so I always wear socks.
Do you agree that the era of men wearing flip-flops needs to be over and that they're exclusively for women? Now, that's the trend. 237 text 35270. Y94 of the Playhouse in the morning. Now, the trend is that only women wear flip-flops now, saying it's not very manly for a guy to be wearing flip-flops. Quick Playhouse poll at 237 text 35270. How do you feel about men in flip-flops?
Super ugly. I don't want to see your gnarly feet and your unkept toes and your toe cheese and hairy, long, unkept toenails and your, gross.
So you're saying you don't want to see my hobbit feet in flip-flops?
Oh, God. Cover that up, would you?
I mean, you'd see it in any sandals, really, yeah.
Even the Birkenstocks, you're going to see those gross tail. I mean, let's be honest. Ladies, y'all got some funky feet, too, though. Like, it's not just men. I've seen some, like, you're like, oh, my goodness gracious. Why are you wearing that right now? Closed shoe, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's some weird feet out there. I'm not going to lie to you. There's some weird feet. As far as the text club goes, Amy K., what are we thinking?
Someone said flip-flops are always just cringe for guys, always. Sandals on guys, I guess it depends on the sandal, but not really a huge fan either, but I think they're better than flip-flops. Someone else said flip-flops are fine. Just make sure your toenails, they're cut, trimmed, and no one wants to see any gnarly toenails. But most people kind of leaning towards, it's more common, they think, to see men in sandals versus men in flip-flops.
You think that men got to stay away from the flip-flops?
How do I feel about a guy wearing flip-flops?
Mm-hmm.
I usually feel that guy is going to be surfing night and day. It's super sexy, but I don't want to be in bed with him because the shower is not something he does. And those flip-flops will never turn into kicks. They'll never turn into, like, shoes. And it's just not my style. I need a man. And a man wears flip-flops when he comes home, when he has to go and check you out and, like, work and walk around the house. I don't need a man who's always out and about in his flip-flops and his house shoes. I'm anti-flip-flop, and I'm all about a good pedicure for a man.
Got it. I mean, if we're getting anything, it seems to be that, yes, the Playhouse family is pretty anti the flip-flops on men.
Yeah, not fans. Just
I don't
maybe
think I own
sandals.
any. I used to own quite a few of that. I think they've all disappeared. It's one of those things where I'm like, did my wife throw all those away?
She probably did. Yeah, she was like, because I used to have like not colorful ones, but I had like the plasticky ones, and then I have the one good pair. But that was also when I was living in California, and I was always going to the beach. It's just easier to clean the sand off of.
But are they like beat up and gross looking and like they're very worn in? It's always that. The guys who have the flip-flops, they're dirty, they're old. You need to get a new pair then.
Yeah, if that was the case, yeah, you need to do some out of the wardrobe.
Hey, momentarily in the Playhouse, got a confession on the way. Also, when you go on a date, the shocking thing that people are probably totally judging you on in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, the morning Playhouse.